I would do it. I have kind of. I injured myself, so that's why. That's not why we're, doing it today. But that's why it's late. So true, Heathcliff. None of us are going to sleep until we deal with this laundry. I don't know what's happening. No, I have to do my dailies. Right, I do have to... I've been building my charge team up. And we're pretty close to being mirror dungeonable hard mode. But I've just completely forgotten that I do need a Honglu ID. Do I have anything good? Honglu, what do you have available? You're probably in here. This is not you. I know W Corp Honglu is 2-star, I think. I don't know. Let me look at the wiki real quick. Okay, let's see. What am I looking for? Right, Honglu. What is your let's see. What are our options for funny little identities? So I can't do full stop office. Man, they did not give this man IDs that I am excited to play with. Oh, there's the Vampire Hunter one. I guess we could just do W Honglu. Not really that exciting, but you know, what can you do? I get the hell out of here. Okay, let's at least do the XP while I wait for Clever to arrive.
자,
말뚝을 쑤셔 소재가
준비는 항상 되어 있습니다.
말뚝을 쑤셔 넣어 주 소재가 좀 소재가 좀
Meh. There we go. Do 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 do. Fuck it.
완벽한 한 발을 위해 격발.
Really is a magic bullet that does not miss. Man, I have had such a week. Oh, clever! You actually saw it. I was not expecting that. I was... Yeah, I saw that, and I was like, oh boy, I actually need to log in so I can get that. Yeah. I have had quite the week. I have had quite the week, clever. Yeah, I'm already halfway there as well. So it's like I'm well on my way.
이런 건 몽둥이가 약이지. 제대로 두드려 패. 나서도록 할까?
Okay. I might have not logged in like one day or another. Wow. That Mind Whip did not kill. That was quite embarrassing. Yeah. Back to Dawn chapter. I have had quite the week. I am very excited to be have a week break. I'm thinking I'm gonna do a extra stream on Limbus on Thursday next week. Unless we finish on Tuesday, unless we finish the chapter. In which case, I will probably take a break or something. I don't know. Yeah, you did it. I bet it's difficult. I don't know. I have no... Yeah. He does that on purpose. Yeah, I mean, I do it on purpose too. We're not so different, you and I. Alright. Oh wait, hold on, I forgot to read the title. In which is recounted the sinner's adventure in the encounter with the haunted Bloody Mary, the nature of which is unclear whether it is a haunted mansion or a blood fiend's den. Yeah. I suppose an actually developed team would be more helpful. As opposed to what I've going on, where the gimmick is they're going to kill each other. Oh, you can't bring the same team to sections 1 and 2? Uh-oh, wait, so that means that's tough, because I don't have any Honglu, Verso, or Gregor IDs to use. It's been so long since I visited one of these haunted mansions. The last time I was at a place like this, I thought the next time came, I'd be here with my family again, not all on my own like this. Aw, you got us, Sinclair. You got us, the people that some of us hate you. Not me, but you know. Co-workers who are like kind of like family in it. And Ryoshu took issue with that. Oh, so it's just the same ID. So you need 2 teams. Okay. Enough chit chat. Everyone, direct your attention to the floor. There's something there. It's your feet. And then Otis does like the fucking like, ha, got you. The fucking I don't know, the hand thing where you like put your index and thumb together and then you put it below your waist, and then when someone looks at it, you get to punch them or whatever. I don't know. It's not really an auditory joke.
역시.
Yes, there are numerous signs of battle, just as I expected. You're just sinking him to death? That's fair. A stench, this miasma of rot fills my lungs. It has been some time since the battle took place.
이번 도발에 참여한 해결사들로 보이는 자들은 없는 것 같구려.
Oh, right, because the final boss is a blood-based boss. Bleed-based boss. Nobody here appears to be a fixer who participated in our ongoing mission. Or maybe they've all been turned into blood bags and are shambling through the haunted mansion, but it's probably better not to share that kind of thought here. There's blood everywhere. Yeah, boss. Yeah. The portrait from which the voice was echoing from was torn in half. From what we could deduce from the remaining part of the portrait, it was likely a depiction of the king of this castle, or at least that was the story it tried to convey. It's all torn up.
찢어진 형태로
It can be extrapolated from the torn patterns that it was intended to be displayed in its current tattered form. You find yourselves in the castle of an ancient, once prosperous kingdom that had long fallen to ruin. No, you must explore every corner of this derelict castle to unveil the true secrets of the old kingdom. Please note that there are several installations with the explicit purpose of inducing fear. If you have a heart condition or cannot handle horror very well, please reconsider taking part in this expedition. Or, coming here at all. So he says, well, verily, I have no such fear in my heart. Really? This is where you draw the line? You've killed people. You've been in life or death combat. Don Quixote, I hope you understand. If the ghost kills you, you get brought back to life. What is your problem?
오, 그렇게 세게 잡으면 아파요, 돈키호테 씨. 팔 좀 놔주세요.
And Sinclair is so brittle, he's getting fucking hugged to death. Sancho, your grace, if you have something you would like to tell me, please come closer. And I missed a line, you say? I see. Let the fire of courage light your way in this adventure of cold, bone-chilling fear. The tour must start somewhere around here. Ben Mir's gotta be where the blood fiends used to hide to shock their guests. And look, that ceiling panel's slightly ajar. It's not a door, I guess. That's probably where... What am I missing? In the conversation log? Is it Merceau? He did say that. Oh, you figure it out later.
Man, I hate smartasses who can't keep their mouth shut. Stop explaining things.
Sinclair, come on.
아이씨, 깜짝이야.
Bloody hell. She was right.
Don't you understand that the real fun of haunted Bloody Mary is walking into a scare knowing that it's gonna happen? Why can't you just be a good guest?
Sorry, I'm just not that nice. If Will just standing there, actively being jump scared.
We were just gonna let you through, but she's really getting on my nerves. This is my Dracula voice. Ho 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 ho.
Yeah, you suck at your job.
뭐야 그 파이팅이다.
불길 속으로.
Yeah. Oh right, they are actually like causing problems.
예사롭지가 않은데? 아주 작사를 내놨어.
They're gonna run the theme park. Yeah.
완벽한 한 발을 위해
No, we don't get a kill here. Shame. Oh, oops. Alright, I'm updating the counter.
하나 눕혔네.
There we go.
하다 보면 어느새 끝나는 게 싸우는 법이지. 목을 내놓고 있도록.
다음은 어디요?
Well, at least we got that kill. Oh?
당신이군요. 터졌군요.
Oh, right, what?
폈네. 이렇게 눕혀가다 보면 어느새 끝나는 게 싸우는 법이지.
Yeah, you did mention it. Doop boop.
목을 내놓고 있도록.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm not feeling 100% right now, but I figured I should stream because I promised I would, and also because I feel it would make me feel better. Oh wow, Dawn really just did that. She was just like, nah, fuck you. I'm doing it.
부족해 찾아졌지 않나.
Okay, that guy must have resistances that helped him live. Well, I guess I'll never find out because he's dead.
눈에 바로 적을 다 밀어버리는 놈이 있었지. 그 오물을 나서도록 할까?
Yeah, I think he was the only one in this stage, so I guess it's a mystery forever.
완벽한 한 발을 위해 빈발 장전.
Yeah, Magic Bullet Otis isn't really a stellar unit when she's not on a burn team. I think that's a pretty interesting theme with my team, except for Wild Hunt Heathcliff. He's good in any team. Oh, I beat the
부족해 찾아졌지.
I beat the Bone Claimer hard mode dungeon.
소란이 줄었네요.
And I did it because my only team that was good enough was mostly sinking. I just brought I even completely dropped Wild Hunt Heathcliff. And I just brought Ryoshu and Yi Sang. And I was just like, we are picking all the bleed gifts. Where it is discussed the blood feeds and hiding in the fixers who arrive first. Indubitably.
와일드 헌트야.
And so
그럼 여기 있는 혈기놈들은 다
the
처리된 건가?
I had to reset the final battle a couple times, but once I actually managed to clash the Bone Claimer move, I just built up a giant bleed stack while he was staggered, and then he just died. So I was actually befuddled that I actually succeeded. Right then, was that the last of the Blood Fiends here? It was a victory in our favor.
아니, 더 있다.
Oh, is that why I couldn't make bleed gifts? No, I didn't have 5+ bleed units. I had 2.
저 관습.
Trembling rats inside that coffin. They lack even a morsel of shame. We opened the coffin Ryushi singled out. Ah, holy shit! Holy shit, Batman! Yeah, I only had 2 bleed units. That was like what I got. And it worked. It wasn't optimal, but it did the job. Ryushi, can you see through walls by chance? Nah, she's just got the smoker's nose. She can tell when anyone is around.
목숨을 구걸하는 놈.
I only smelled their dirty cowardice. Yeah, that's a superpower you get from smoking cigarettes these days. Ryushi was like, they're vapors. I can tell. They smell like strawberries. Did they leave? Who do you mean by they? The monsters who came to hunt us. Those bastards going around smashing our rides and attractions.
아,
Oh, I think I know who you're talking about. Did they make it safely past this attraction?
Probably.
제대로 보지
You
못한
didn't get a good look at them?
We had no choice. Our rules were to jump out and scare people during the banquet with blood fiend scene, but we stayed put in here because they were even scarier. The visitors used to scream and run when we jump out of these coffins. They really, really loved it. We even took pictures with them once they were done with the attraction. Hey guys, want to know something cool? This theme park is sponsored by Raid Shadow Legends. We're running an event where we'll take a free commemorative picture with you for only 400 milliliters of blood. How's that sound? Don't you want to leave a picture of this spooky experience? And Dante's like, no, I think I have a camera on me. Hold on, let me check my fucking pockets. 400 milliliters. The vampires have discovered capitalism? No, it's the world of darkness. It's just a little trickle of blood with no danger to your health. I even heard that you humans have to draw blood once in a while anyway to renew your blood supply and keep things fresh and healthy. You all want to live long, healthy lives, don't you? I bet you do. Does he not... No, the blood comes from our bones. And the reason why we get blood drawn is for fucking medical tests. Mate, you serious? No, I'm sorry. I won't drink your blood. Not even a drop. I didn't want to be a part of this blood anyway. I just wanted to get out of here. That reminds me. I wonder what happened to the one who managed to escape. Should have run away too when I had the chance. It is likely that he is referring to Cassetti. But would outside be any better? How will I live on? Hiding in sewers like rats, hiding from humans. I don't want that life. No, but this place is also just so... We're cornered. There's nothing we can do. We have no options left. It's either die or live a life worse than dying. This accursed La Mancha land. It seems like... the happiest place on Earth. Happiest place on Earth. Happiest place on Earth. That's right, baby. Happiest place on Earth, unless you work there or go there, I guess, in this scenario. It's really just not the happiest place on Earth.
부족해 차려졌지 않나.
이런 건 몽둥이가 약이지. 두드려 패.
That move is pretty bad. I can't believe that's a skill 2. Right, the skill 1 is like goated. This is like the best skill 1 I've ever seen. It's just like a good skill 1. And this is just like, I get a little bit more charge. I get one more charge. And I guess it's better for clashing. But that's about it. I feel like the skill order is backwards.
내 앞을 막을 자는 없어.
Heathcliff?
공격은 좀 똑똑했다. 옛날에 조직에서 싸울 때도 눈에 바로 적을 다 밀어버리는
Go!
내 죄는 내가 알아서 처리한다.
하나 눕혔네. 이렇게 눕혀가다 보면 어느새 끝나는 게 싸우는 법이지.
전투에
Man.
임하겠습니다.
Burn. I did some research, and apparently some charge teams still play R-Corp Ishmael, which is really funny to me. Yeah, it is just like a classic charge unit where it's like we have the first two moves which are terrible, except in her case they're actually like good moves. They're good skills. Except for the skill 2.
불길 속으로.
지가 않은데? 아주
But it's like, and then you have the skill 3 that takes charge and does 1 billion damage. I did for my full charge team. I don't know if you saw, but I did shard R-Corp Heathcliff because I was like, you know what? I have a bunch of Heathcliff shards, and multi-crack Heathcliff is not out yet, and the shards don't carry over between seasons, so I was like, might as well. I mean, they don't carry over 100%. Oh wow. Well, this is the decision I made, and I'm going to stick with it. Oh right, I also have the 3-star ticket that you get from the anniversary login. I guess we can quickly run that down. Yeah, this thing. That it only let me pick season 1. So I picked N-Corp Faust. Alright, let's see. Ooh. Okay, and that's it. Well, it is a 3-star. It is a 3-star Gregor ID. It's my first one, so I can't really complain that much. I'm thinking of for the next season, I'm thinking of just doing W Honglu and then running my charge team. I really wish they did not alert me every time I got a new one of these. Come on. Yeah, and that's that. Here it is recounted the tale of the forlorn king and the family that was once happy. Oh man, they were once happy? What happened to them? That's it's a little known literary device called foreshadowing. Congratulations, O brave adventurers. You have uncovered every secret of the kingdom. It is time I let you leave. Should you face such terrors in the world beyond, remember your bravery here and triumph over them as you have today. And now please give a warm welcome to the blood fiends of the attraction Haunted Bloody Mary. They'll be here for the spooky, scary photo shoot with blood fiends. And the narration just stops there, huh? Well, we already took care of the blood fiends who were supposed to show up on cue, so yeah, makes sense. He would have
진행했을 것 같다고 하시네요.
He would have graced us himself.
슬프게도 왕국의 비밀에
Ah,
대한
fuck
탐색은
you.
앞서 다녀간
What more misfortune? Every clue that may have shed light on the secrets of this tragic kingdom's history has all been pulverized by the guests who passed through before you. Did the voice just change? It wasn't just the audio quality this time, right? It's the voice of that son.
여러분을 깜짝
And our dear Bloodfiend actors who have put so much effort into giving you a good surprise have all disappeared as well. We have brought righteous judgment upon those evil wretches. Even the gentleman responsible for that narration. Well, perhaps in place of the photo shoot, we could slot in a brief explanation about the secrets of this kingdom. The voice beyond the speaker began with a hint of excitement, as though he'd been expecting this situation all along. Or maybe he's expecting something to come of this. Long, long ago, a lonesome king resided within the towering hot walls of this great castle. During so many years since such a desolate place wore him down. Lonely mornings, silent nights, the king's heart forever a hollow void. So this soul-crushing loneliness drove the king to yearn for a family. Desperately, oh so desperately. So the king began turning his wish into a reality, forging a family of his own. Bloodbound to spend the rest of their lives together until the end of days. The king's love for his the middle shadow. I saw the middle shadow. The king's love for his family was bottomless and generous. Soon, the cold, desolate castle became a cozy home brimming with the warm laughter. Here's the thing, though, is that theoretically, from the explanation of Blood Fiends, this one guy, unless he was, like, before first generation, he shouldn't be able to have more than one child or himself.
Yeah. Yeah, we're back. Okay, we're back.
하지만
So this guy shouldn't have been able to have four direct children. So either this guy is before first generation, or some of these aren't second generation. Yet perhaps happiness simply isn't a thing that lasts.
행복이
It
이어지다.
was one of those many happy days when a knight hailing from a faraway kingdom arrived at the gates of this castle.
기사는
The knight was a traveler and a wanderer with hundreds of adventures and thousands of tales to tell, collected from hither and thither and yonder beyond the world outside the castle.
평생을 성한
The king, who had spent his entire life never setting so much as a foot outside the castle, requested that the knight recount tales of those adventures to him.
기사가 거절할 이유는
The knight,
없었죠.
at want of any reason to refuse this request, said as such, O honored king, verily I shall regale thee with tales of the worlds I've witnessed, the adventures I've undertaken.
곧 성한
Soon, as something new, something different began to fill the castle, tales of thrilling adventures. Some days they would talk of a long voyage at sea, of heroes braving the relentless waves. Some days they would whisper the heartbreaking, tragic tale of lovers. Some days they would sing of a hero's perilous encounter with an unyielding monster. And it kept going and going and going, as though the end was an ideal yet alien to them.
며칠 밤낮에
As the king spent days upon days without sleep or rest, lost in the tales of adventures, he soon came to a grave realization
피를 나는
that his family of blood, this confined happiness locked within the castle, cannot fill that void in his heart.
그래서 왕
So the king began to fill that emptiness with tales of adventures the knight regaled him with, and his infinite love for his family started to grow in a different direction, toward adventure, toward the knight, and toward the world outside the periphery of his castle.
가족들은
The family thought it wouldn't last. It was all but a fleeting dream. For all, just a brief, silly whim, in which he fancied himself as what he was not, donning himself a pair of ragged boots and wielding an iron lance.
그래서
The family waited for the king, their creator, who not only gave them love, but bequeathed them the same void of the heart to love them, and only them again.
하지만 기다림의
Yet for all their waiting, what came thereafter from the king's mouth was bitter to their ears. Let us bring down the walls of this castle. Let us make friends with those outside, declared the king. The family was afraid. To bring down the castle meant that their comfortable, familiar, and eternal home and nest was to be no more.
하지만 왕의 뜻을 존중하고
But the family loved the lonely king and his will, enough to help him demolish his own castle. The deed was done, spades in their hands.
그러나
Yet, those who lived outside the castle were far too different from those who lived within.
왕의 가족
The king's family had to give up so many things: happiness, joy, ecstasy, pleasure, hope, anticipation.
이 모든
They had to give them all up, because otherwise they could not become friends with those outside the castle.
따라서
So the king outlawed happiness from his family,
금성밖에
because he believed that they could be happy merely by watching the happiness of others, of those who lived outside the castle, blossom. That happiness was something that could be shared,
그들의 행복
believing that their happiness could be our own in time. All of our pursuits of happiness were deigned ascend. Our. He says our, so he's one of them. This guy?
왜 우리의
So I ask, why must we repent for our happiness? There are so many mentions of family. What do you suppose he's trying to say? I don't know, Sinclair. The metaphors weren't very... They weren't very obtuse. He kind of said what the story is. A load of shit, that's what.
재미있는 이야기.
How interesting. I wonder if that family ever had real happiness to begin with. Well, everyone else found themselves rendered speechless by this gloomy tale. Hung Lu did not hesitate to share his thoughts as though it was just another light-hearted tale. Actually, you should not repeat this word. So, do you think about this story? I think this story is fucking biographical.
저기 출구 표시가 보여요. 이 어트랙션은
Ah, look, I see the exit sign over there. Looks like this is where the attraction ends. Yeah, it says something under there. There was a sign on the wall with instructions written in bolded letters. All blood fiends must attend at least one weekly consultation session with the priest. Consultation session. Consultation of what kind and on which subject, one must wonder.
글쎄,
Anything, I guess? Or maybe it's like a confession. Huh, I know it's clearly not true anymore, but well, Mashaland must have put in a lot of effort back in the day. Indeed, perhaps they once dreamed of coexistence.
아니, 그러려고.
Nay, nothing but wicked trickery all. Well, I mean, you were definitely involved, but I can't say that because, you know. What was I looking for on this guy? Resistances. No. It was just like normal. There wasn't he wasn't especially resistant at all.
내 앞을 막을 자는 없어.
This really is a magic bullet that doesn't miss.
화이팅이다.
전투에 임하겠습니다.
그 오물을 떼어내주지.
기적이 찾아졌지.
Okay, I think after hanging out all day, I have healed from my injuries earlier in the week,
하나 눕혔네.
and I went a little bit too hard at the climbing wall.
불길 속으로.
지금이 기회인 것 같소.
Brr, 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 brr.
으타! 먹어 치워라.
That might have killed if that first was heads. Alright, cook him.
전투에 임하겠습니다.
Alright, 8. 9. Ooh. Ooh, poor form, Heathcliff. You couldn't even kill all of them.
전투에 임하겠습니다.
Okay, I don't think this kills.
이런 거
I might have killed if we got tails there. Man, nice counter, idiot. Good thing it just fizzled into my shield.
예사롭지가 않은데? 아주 작살을 내놨어.
I was absolutely saved by, Oh, oops. I was absolutely saved by, Ryoshu's shield in the Bone Claimer dungeon.
놈이라도 이건 좀 아니야.
Because every time there was a red coin skill, I would just clash it with Ryoshu, and she would just not take any damage. Through, like, none of her HP would get damaged. It would just damage the shield. And it was quite strong. It was good. Like, it was good stuff. Oh, shield blocks bleed damage. That's interesting.
않았나? 그렇다면 어쩔 수
Of the penitent blood fiends in the bizarre survey.
없지.
탄피가 떨어질 때군요.
After a short journey, we came upon a quiet and solemn-looking room, and in front of it stood a group of blood fiends looking at us in anticipation. But they all appeared to have gone through their share of battles, many of them injured and out of breath, clearly exhausted.
당신들도 상담.
Are you here for the for the confession?
무슨 소리를 하는
Confession? What are you talking about?
이 방 안에는
Within this room is the one who forgives our sins.
하지만 그 전에
But before you enter, take a deep breath and please give an honest answer to my questions.
제가 첫 번째
First, how intense is your desire for blood today?
1번
1 for a lot, 2 for mildly, 3 for somewhat, 4 for intensively, unbearably. Wait,
강렬하게 5번 곧 미칠 듯이
5 for it is driving me insane, and 6 for it's killing me. This doesn't seem to go in order. This one seems kind of out of it too.
무슨 소리를 하는
Whatever
것인가?
nonsense art thou speaking of? 'Tis none, of course. Then here's my second question. Did you consume your Hebo bar today? 1 for yes and 2 for no. I'm talking to you like I'm over the phone. Wait, don't cut me off. You must answer all of these. You must answer me these questions 3 before you can be granted audience.
마냥 먹지.
If you have not yet consumed a Hebo bar today, then please explain your reasoning.
이건 젠장
But isn't it obvious? It tastes like shit. Even sucking blood from an insect would taste better than that. You'd agree, wouldn't you? Oh boy. Guys! I love when Dante says guys. It's really like, it's like, Dante's like, alright. Last question, did you feel the parchness in your throat when you looked at a human today? Say yes. Always, like, I'm about to go insane. No, actually, not really. Not even for a moment. Man. Totally normal and reasonable. These are the most reasonable people I've ever met. Man, it's Sinclair, he loves flipping heads. He loves flipping those heads. Oh, oops, I forgot to get on the horse.
뭐야? 화이팅이다. 불길 속으로.
This battle's off to a slow start.
속에서
I mean, there's a boss battle soon, right? I assume there is.
주라디야. 죽도록 달릴 시간이다.
완벽한 사람이.
Really good rip space. I would never complain.
사라져라. 예사롭지가 않은데? 아주 작살을 내놨어. 속에서
Okay, Dom's getting cooked. Really good mind whip. You're hitting just the wrong coin flip.
고통 없어. 내 죄는 내가 알아서 처리한다.
하나 눕혔네. 이렇게 눕혀가다 보면 어느새 끝나는 게 싸움인 법이지.
Okay. So these guys have a slightly I mean, would saying they have a slightly better fashion sense be like spitting on the grave of the boss we killed last time? I mean, fuck it, she's a monster, right? A literal, like... She's not...
조직에서 싸울 때도 눈에
Oh,
바로
right,
저리가
I just
밀어버리는
assumed she was dead because of the fact that... Otis, what the hell happened? I just assumed because the blue man was there, and I just completely forgot. I don't know, all the other times the Blue Man group showed up, they like killed the person we were fighting. I guess that's like only when Damien killed Cromer. I feel like we could beat Cromer without Damien's help at this point in the story. No, other way around. We can beat Damien. That guy's like a demigod or something? Or just a regular god, I don't know.
지금이다. 해골바가지 거미 대가리. 기적해 찾아졌지 않나. 그럼 내 죄는 내가 알아서 처리한다. 해파.
And the Serious Skullbuster did in fact do 1 billion damage. Ah, I have sinned once again today, I confess. Take me to the priest. They said it's going to be okay if I visit the priest when I feel the thirst. They said that priest is in there, right? You're going to have to wait your turn. The other ones sought the priest too. Must have been sinners as well. Oh hey, not well. We're sinners too. There might be a queue. Oh, the priest gladly ing the sins at our stead. We should probably check what's behind this door, right? I shall take the vanguard, Manager Esquire. Because you are a squishy backline wizard stats. Get the hell back there. Whoa, villain's eye. What I am certain of is that the intruder will never leave us alone until we open our gates. We must put an end to this insolency soon, wouldn't you agree? I suppose you will understand me when you create your own... family? No. Kindred? Kindred fits. Worry not, I intend to put an end to this today. I have been planning to do so for a while. When we entered, we saw a dying blood fiend nearing his death. His mask was already cloven in half, revealing the pitiful tragedy behind. It no longer served as a mask to hide his face. Have you come here to confess your sins? Ah, what joy. Rarely do I receive those who are so willing to confess. This one, he's only a smoldering stub. I could snuff out his embers with a gentle stomp. That's a cigarette reference. Yeah, Ryosha, we know you smoke. Yes, you're very cool. Nah, that was pretty fucking cool. That was pretty fucking cool. I'm jealous.
끝인가? 정말 한 톨도 남지 않았나?
In which the truth that may be revealed by close inspection is spoiled by none other than Sanson himself. Spoilers, you say?
건드리지 마. 저건 내 사냥감이야.
Oh, don't touch it. That thing is mine. Shichun and her men approached us, appearing to be in pristine condition compared to the priest. Shichun, shut up. I don't want to waste any more time talking to you. Jeez. Why don't you tell me something you don't like about me? This one's almost dead. What's the point of keeping him alive? Isn't it obvious? These are signs of torture. It seems that the device in Area 2 has been activated. Dude, what are you torturing him for? Prying for more information? Yes, haven't I told you already? My goal isn't the eradication of La Mancha land. Okay, but I doubt you came all the way out here just to enjoy torturing some blood fiend. You're right, we're not like those blood fiend hunters. We don't torture them for sport. We do it for the love of the game. That's not sport. The hunters exist only to inflict as much pain as possible against as many blood fiends they can get their hands on, you know? They don't even care about the money. It's not always about the Mets, Spider-Man. It's about the money. Let's go money. But I don't care about either of those. What I'm looking for is a specific piece of information I came all the way in here for. I wanted to know what specific piece of information she was talking about. But I was pretty sure she wasn't going to answer that question anyway. Ah, Dante, you're catching on. No one wants to tell you shit. Well, you arrived just in time. I was about to crush his skull and brain within it anyway. No amount of pain could wake it from whatever this dazed state it's in. As you can see, it must have been a long driven mad from pain. Reminds you of the tricks from back home that could induce such an effect, doesn't it, big brother? Zhao Shichun asked as she gestured toward the priest, who was splayed out helplessly on the ground. Her voice was dripping with contempt. Despite her viciously threatening words, the look on the priest's face was serene. He looked at us with eyes that couldn't be more at peace. Seeing you and your friends here reminds me one of the visitors to my confessional. I don't quite recall when it was, but a blood fiend by the name of Lorenzo became a repeat visitor to the confessional. At first I wasn't sure why he would feel the need to visit me. He simply exuded positivity that much. Oh, dear priest, I'm doing great today. These hemo bars really are impressive inventions. Oh, I gobbled up 110 hemo bars today in one sitting. This has to be some record, right? Tragically, Lorenzo's positivity did not last. Today I licked a syringe for 3 hours. There was a droplet of blood on that thing, and I can't forget that blissful taste of lingering on the needle. I didn't eat a single hemo bar today. We've known for a while now that these stupid bricks don't do anything. They do jack shit for us, and you know that. How much longer are we going to have to live like this? I knew that the answer to his question, so I gave it to him. You know this already, Lorenzo. From endless forbearance becomes coexistence. So sing and cheer louder, the more pain you feel. Man, and they gave Gregor an idea of this guy. That makes sense, honestly. Let laughter never end here at La Mancha land. However, the last time I saw a true, genuine smile on Lorenzo's face was moments before he was buried under this place. His head burst open, his brain spilling. It made me curious. What is the meaning of burying someone who lives still? You and I would never know the answer to that question, would we? Did you bury the body of Cassetti yourself as well? That fuse... I mean, I guess he'll tell us how he knew that. Unhand me! Don Quixote. Yeah, that's enough of this nonsense. Get out of my way. She turned and swung her fan toward the blood fiend, but he was nowhere to be seen. Ah! I am a graceful and jaunty performer. They stepped in at the last second to block the blood fiend's strike from behind. The priest had the most profound faith of them all. When did the magician? The faith that everything will be alright. The faith that everything shall be as he willed. The faith that we shall all find happiness at the end of all things. And he was the only one of us who did not turn his back to our suffering. So when more and more of us began losing grip on our patients, he was the first to reach out to them, gave them a helping hand. Also, I'm somehow like a godlike being now. That's kind of fucked up. How did I not share the secret of this to everyone else? Who knows?
I'm a mysterious and tricksy little demigod. Hoo hoo hoo, you'll never get answers from me that I give you myself.
하지만 다른 이들의
Yet the one who cares for the hearts of others cannot help but fail to tend to his own.
이한 칸짜리 조그만 방 안에
Alone in the corners of this tiny, tiny room, the priest's heart ailed and withered.
우리 중에 일을
How many of us knew this, I wonder? Hey, I'm really happy for you that you've mastered your art of butting naturally into conversations like this. But you're sorely mistaken if you think you can just pluck your friend away again. Got that?
정확히는
Let us be precise. I am here only to continue the tale. Villain, hast thou come here to distract us once again with thy vile tricks? No, no, no. Of course not.
제가 가락한
My vile
당신들이
tricks
아니라
are all for you and none other.
오직
Only for you. What?
자,
Well, that's enough misery for a tale.
아직 당신에게는
You have so many more riveting tales of adventure to share, don't you?
위대한 모험
Oh, Don Quixote, the greatest adventurer. Many a great adventure I have undertaken, yet I have no tale to tell for one so vile as thee.
이런
My, I should have been more mindful. I suppose stepping onto the stage all on your lonesome must be a tad embarrassing,
그런 뜻이 아니라.
That is not what
이해합니다.
I fully understand. It is no easy task to command the entire audience alone on the stage.
그럼
Allow me to offer you some
제가
assistance.
도움을 조금 드리겠습니다.
You- Dante goes up to Sanson. They're like, can you answer some of my questions? And Sanson's like, what the hell is an answer? Questions are the only things. Help, Rocinante.
떠나고 싶지 않아.
Oh wait, there was like an image there.
움직이는 것이냐?
I don't want to leave. I don't. Why do you refuse to obey me? That was...
그것은
What was that?
오랜만에 공연에
I must have slipped, please. It has been a while since my last show.
실수?
Slipped? Sometimes the order of things go out of whack when the play reaches its crescendo and the swelling emotions sweep you off your feet.
심심한
Offer my sincere apologies. Let us begin anew.
하얀 달의
From the
기사와
day of that fateful duel against the Knight of the White Moon. The duel was one of the greatest battles I have ever had the honor of partaking in. Don Quixote's voice falters once again, falling unnaturally quiet. Sanson must be working his trickery again.
그 대단한
Indeed, that duel was the first meeting of Don Quixote and the Knight of the White Moon.
우리의 모험가
The same knight who guided our Don Quixote, the adventurer, to the river in the deep, to the river of oblivion.
깊은 곳에
River in the deep.
관리자님,
Manager, I think I know what's going on.
저 사람
That man is...
우선 대역에
No,
집중했었죠.
no. Ah! No, Sinclair! No! Sinclair, you were about to do something useful!
처음으로 만난
The knight was the first one ever to match your strength, correct?
없어.
Verily, the knight was
강했지.
one of truly impressive might. Chai, not again. I think that's ads.
Oh ho ho! This is getting real annoying.
하얀 달의 기사는
The Knight of the White Moon was carved in the rags of an outfit that appeared rather unfamiliar and ridiculous. 'Twas the knight who challenged me first as well. Forsooth, I was quite impressed by that daring courage.
아마 도시를 떠돌며
Perchance the knight was curious to test my might, as my name was known far and wide in all corners of the city through mine adventures. A great adventurer like you, shut the hell up, would have accepted that duel with gusto, certainly.
당연한 말을
Indubitably, I replied thusly, a true adventurer cowers not from a duel once challenged. Let us battle, O brave knight.
벼락 기사요.
So clearly he must need... You know what, it works off. The magic system is fucking whatever I need to make happen. Thus began the storm of blades as your lance clashed with the Knight of the White Moon's greatsword. Oh, that's a pretty great sword.
모든 결투에는
Yet with every duel, no matter how great or trivial, comes certain stakes. This historical duel must have been no different. I care not whether I am to emerge the victor or the loser of this battle. Yet, O Don Quixote, should thee meet my challenge in a fair duel, I promise thee that in thy hands I shall present what thou seekest most. Boldly and fiercely the combatants clashed once again, and Rocinante signaled the start of this duel. Because if anyone was watching, it would be Rocinante. Oh, hi, Gregor. Oh, Gregor, it looks like your fucking leg's broken. We're gonna have to send you to the glue factory. For 3 suns and 3 moons, we tested the mights of our blades. Hold on, weren't you holding a lance, not a bladed sword? A lance has a blade, technically.
말이 그렇다는
It was
것이지.
but a figure of speech. Which recounts the close and dramatic duel between the Knight of the White Moon and the valiant Don Quixote. Oh,
내가 나설
okay, so this is a story battle. Got it.
둘의 대결은 정말
The duel from its first clash to the last was evenly matched, with no clear winner pulling ahead, and every spectator's hands began to grow slick with anxious sweat. Some had gathered to cheer on as well. Ryoshu's gonna have some fucking words to say. Yay, Lord Don Quixote, you can do this, your worship. Look at his face, now that is priceless.
그럼 저는
Well then, I'll cheer on the Knight of the White Moon. Let's keep things fresh.
와
Whoa.
기사님 힘내세요.
Oh, that was Hong Lu. My. The tip of my blade hewed deep into the knight's left shoulder, while the knight's blade left a slight gash on mine ear.
위대한 모험가
Oh no, the great adventurer Don Quixote wounded in a duel? Is everything alright? Worry not, for all is right indeed.
명예로 거듭날 뿐.
Wounds gained in battle are but seedlings of honor. There's no blemish on mine. Well, I do believe that my skills were a smidge superior to the knight's. Perchance, I had decided to put a little bit more strength behind my strike. I may have dealt a blow most final. The combatants charged one another at full speed to see who shall emerge victorious from this epic duel. We're back in Paper Mario. Dragon of the Spring. Become immensely powerful.
출진이다.
Oh, I see. Oh, it's a reference. I see. Wait, I feel like I should recognize some of these skill names. Have we? Huh. I guess I don't know. We probably haven't.
출진이다.
뭐야 그
출진이다.
파이팅이다.
It doesn't look like we're taking damage, and it does look like he's taking damage.
출진이다.
Hold on, we gotta look at a few new skills. Paint trace, palette trace, red RV, black RV, mirror of water, electron accelerator, rail activation. This feels like this is just a bunch of fucking random. This is just a bunch of random skills from a bunch of different random enemies.
출진이다.
So, there's no win rate button. They're just like, you are using an ego, idiot.
과연 승자는?
Harbor railgun. I don't know. It's like, am I right? It's like those. They seem like random skills. Yeah. Who won? 'Twas neither. The duel ended in a draw, a highly irregular occurrence.
그럼
Then, did you resume your duel then and there?
아니.
Nay, as great as I may have been as an adventurer, in my heart was no such vicious ruthlessness, for I knew the significance of clemency.
그래서
I asked thusly to the knight, For 3 suns and 3 moons have we dueled, and fatigue hath set in for many. Why not lay rest to thy blade for a moment and recover? Should we continue to duel in this state, the countless spectators shan't get their much needed rest, no? 'Tis too cruel to force them to forego sleep only to see the outcome of this duel. Wouldst thou not agree, Roshinante?
로신한테는 대답했습니다.
Roshinante replied, Yes, your worship.
혹은
Or no response, it's just a pair of shoes.
아니면 혹은
Or maybe this is what Roshinante said. I was wondering when this dumb, pointless battle would come to an end. I have prepared some refreshments, so why don't the 2 of you enjoy them together or something?
그렇게 해서
Thus, the long duel came to an end.
그럼 그 전투에서
So, is it really true that no one claimed victory in this battle? Did it truly end in a draw? The duel was indeed a draw.
일시적인 회전이었지.
Highly irregular in tales of mine adventures, a brief truce, if thou wilt. Yet, I must claim that when it comes to technicalities, the true victor was myself. Upon our clash, my lance was pressing forcefully upon the knight's blade. Still, with a heart of boundless generosity, I offered the knight a chance to parley with me. A truce.
그러시군. 그렇게
So you
해서
did. Now that you've compromised on this truce with no promised end date, what happened thereafter? We became friends. A friendship forged in a clash of blades. It is a cliched trope for how rare it is in reality.
그렇다면 기사에
Then, did your wish come true, just as the knight had so boldly proclaimed? Perchance? of the predictable ending to Sansun's stage play. Predictable, you say?
너희
Do any of you know what technique he's using? He's just doing this. He's a fucking demigod. I'll just go with it.
몸이
I can't move, not even an inch.
그걸 알았으면
Yeah, did you think we were standing here like mannequins for the hell of it?
하지만
Allow me to interject and posit that some were likely jealous of that friendship. A friendship so bold. Shut the hell up!
시기를 유발하기 마련이니까요.
Sansun, you're not a very good storyteller. You're a way better magician, though. Especially between an adventure and a night. It's bound to invite certain envious hecklers. Yes, indeed. Many did grow envious of this fellowship between us.
가시주님,
Lady Jashichun, stay on guard.
다들 정신
Wake
차려.
up. Don't let the words of that man delude you, and... Yes, that is exactly what those hecklers said.
하지만 진실
You wish to maintain this true friendship for as long as possible, however.
둘의 사이를
Though you sung your righteous
갈라놓은
lance of
사람들이
justice.
그
Holy shit.
저어놓은
Nah, I take back what I said. No, he got her hard. Absolutely. Dominated even. Against those who dared to attempt to wedge a divide between you two.
랜스를
You swung your lance. Oh, I see. I see what the... Ah, okay. No, he's just an asshole. Foul villain. How darest thou employ such vile trickery again? Oh my.
그만
It seems the
이야기가
story was cut short.
가련한 자들이
What tragic sort they are.
신부는
The priest had wished to care for them with all his heart, only to fail.
정작 이곳을 만든
All the while, the one who created this place did not care for them.
들리시나요? 저곳은 오늘도 퍼레이드가 한창이군요.
Do you hear it too? Even today, the parade continues.
라만차랜드의
You do not want to miss out on La Mancha Land's carnival and its parade.
그러니 다음
It appears that our story must wait until next time. My work here is done. But you didn't do anything. Didn't I? Most of her men stumbled for a moment before slumping to the floor unconscious. And as the sinner stood there in shock, he disappeared from her sight. Blood bags and blood fiends begin to fill the void Sansun left behind. Okay, so we don't have to fight the priest. Oh, that was a short story, nerd. Of Joshihun's query and the sinner's lukewarm answers. Ooh, a lot of story nodes. Who is he? He almost took out my entire faction with a single flick. We didn't even stand a chance. Yeah, you'll get used to it. There'll be some guys with blue fucking name tags that show up. And you'll just kind of be like, they're just gonna show up and do some bullshit.
그건 우리가 더
That's what I'd like to know, Les.
그리고 너희 일행
By the
중
way, you there.
저자는 또 뭐야?
Who are you? Ichun pointed at Don Quixote.
저자에게
That guy seemed very interested in her for whatever reason. Forsooth, that scoundrel must have recognized that I am the most dangerous threat against his villainous plan to foment evil. As the sinners gathered themselves, Wei held the line, holding back the endless horde of blood fiends and blood bags. He was protecting his men, yes, but his primary concern seemed to be with the horde getting in Jashichun's way.
지는 않지만 아가씨의 혈육에 기록하십시오.
Well, I do not like this. I must suggest that you accompany your blood relative.
왜?
Wei, what if he tries to take his opportunity to kill me? But this young master is different. Unlike the others, he's
알아?
normal.
그럴 사람이 아니지.
I know. He's not the type to do something like that. Imagine if it was Big Sister Yuan Chun. She would have sent her assassins after you the moment you met.
맞아.
Right. I guess if it was anyone else among my siblings, they would have sent their lackeys after us already.
섭득했을 테니까.
Family, but it's not a family dinner without poison in every dish. Anthrax, just like Mom used to make. Well, maybe I'm not even worth that much effort already. Thus, young master Bao Yu is our only hope, my lady. There is no recourse. Do you hear it? The endless melodies. I know, something went wrong in Area 3. Moms don't assassinate the kids. Yeah, well, she used to make it, but someone would help in the kitchen or whatever. Actually, you know what? They were rich. Mom probably didn't cook. That's true. That idiom doesn't work because he is incredibly wealthy.
오기로 한 거니?
Will you be coming with us? Just a temporary alliance, that's all. From the looks of it, neither of us are interested in the reward money dividends, which means that we're both here looking for something else. So at least until we get what we want, well, I know, we'll be fighting again once grandmother's snack runs out, right? She's quite haughty for someone who should be groveling at us for help. Shut the hell up, Otis! Jesus Christ! Can't do anything nice for anyone with you around. Me and my men cleaned up Area 2 in less than an hour, and you only got here way after we finished. Hey, we just forgot to pick something up, so we had to backtrack, that's all. I'm telling you, we wiped the floor with them in less than 30 minutes. Great, then we should have no trouble cleaning this place up once I join you, right? Consider me a useful first-rate silver Saisi. I'd say we're on quite the even ground. Why would I grovel for help? Les is so shameless that I'm at a loss for words. Whatever, man. Let's stop arguing. We're in a time limit.
아, 그래. 이렇게 보니 닮은 것
I
같기도 하네.
am. Dante is like the most like I can relate to this person, right? Every time I have like a thought take over my entire mind while playing this game, I'm like, oh, I'm literally Dante right now. I'm sitting here being like, stop arguing. Shut the hell up.
칭찬인가요?
Did I compliment? It's an insult. Let him cook. Let Honglu cook. Jesus. And which is discussed Emile Sinclair's concerns and Don Quixote's delusions. So that bizarre blood fiend nabbed the priest as well, huh? Considering that he's also the one who took the barber from Area 1. You know what else is nagging me? It's the way he talks, saying absolutely bonkers shite with a straight face like he's the only sane man. Technically, he's wearing a mask. It can be said that the purpose of this behavior is to collect necessary stage props, or perhaps the main cast of a stage play. In that case, we must keep our eyes on the stage play he wishes to show us, for we are yet to observe the specifics of his intent. If only you kept your big mouth shut. Well, that is I cannot put a stop to myself when he asketh me to regale thee with mine adventures. But they are truly the most ingenious tales, I say, though I may speak them perforce, driven by villainous compulsion. Prithee listen well. Like Jia Shichun said, he could have easily taken us out if he wanted to, but he didn't. I hate this. I really don't like how it feels when we're just playthings in the palm of his hand. He's got a blue name. That's all I know. He's got a blue name, so fucking. Excuse me, manager. I mean Dante. Sinclair carefully calls over to me. I'm sure you already noticed this, but I just thought I might mention it just in case. This mission. Sinclair hesitated for a while, unsure how he should word this, then looked directly at me with a degree of conviction. It's all about Don Quixote. Wow, Sinclair. And she is completely oblivious to it.
Fie, what tragedy to let that abominable blood fiend slip away. Yeah, you look totally torn up about it when you were excitedly yet telling us about that duel. Hardly did I know that a request to hear my tale would have such seductive strength. It is one of my dreams indeed, yet... How could I allow myself to be seduced like this? Once this mission is complete, I shall train my mind to the utmost. I stared at Don Quixote, who was chattering away with the other sinners in her usual blissful cluelessness, then back at Sinclair. Clearly, he was conflicted about this as I am. Yeah. And I'm sure you have a good reason for not telling us what you know about her.
이유가 있는 거고요.
Now, Sinclair, this is actually a good... This is actually a good observation. Thank you, Sinclair. Also, yeah.
기억나세요?
Remember?
제가 고향에
Back
갔을
when
때
we all went to my hometown, Don Quixote gave me one real heck of a beatdown. I'm sure everyone, including myself, remember what happened after Guido's death.
지금
Thinking back to it now, it's a bit embarrassing, but remember what Don Quixote said when I was starting to lose control. Told me that I had to return to my senses.
그런 상황에서
I'm sure it needs a degree of courage and determination to rise to the occasion like that.
하지만 동키호테
But she
씨는
stepped in without hesitation for my sake. I want to be like her, and I've been trying my best to be like her. Well,
그렇게 되게
probably have a long way to go, but still,
너무 과분한
it's not too much for me to hope for, right? No, I think that's a good kind of thing to hope for.
뭐가 좋은 욕심이라는
Pray tell, what good kind of hope art those speaking of? And the moment's over. Thank you.
뭘 그리 놀라는 겐가?
Oh, it seems to have caught thee off guard. What is it? Oh, we were just chatting about this contract. Oh, hast thou wised up to it as well then? No way. Barely, there is no way to look at this. This mission, it must be all about Young Hong Lu. Dost thou see it as I do? No, he's next. He's next. Hong Lu? Manager Esquire, I spy a need for thee to improve thy insight. Young Hong Lu's expression hath appeared quite peculiar today, and I don't see what's different about him today. He seems just as fucking happy as he usually does. He hath even a dramatic reunion with his long-lost yeah, but Don Quixote, you've also had a dramatic reunion with a long-lost blood relative. You just don't remember it.
또한 들어본 적도
Ah,
없는
and
수많은
forget
결혼의
thee not about the sudden onslaught of names in his other kin, and this potent aroma of secret enmities, which may signify a tragic history of familiar drama. Though I'm myself a nary one to call my kindred blood.
참으로 싱숭생숭할 것도 같다.
I must imagine, man, I must imagine that such confrontations must be quite harrowing. I read that sentence and I saw the word kindred right next to the word blood, and I was like, does she know? Does she know and she's just trolling us this whole time?
그러니
Thus,
과연
Manager Esquire.
홍루군을
Prithee, take good care of young Hong Lu. Verily, from a certain perspective, we are sailing through each of our own adventure. Wouldst thou not say? That's true.
모험은
And an adventure is very much like a journey of suffering. 'Tis imperative that thy heart remain steadfast through the trials and tribulations of the quest.
예를 들어
Allow me to share a tale of my old adventure to demonstrate.
그것은 한 선술
This tale takes place in a tavern like any other in which Don Quixote's tale of adventure continued through our entire journey to Area 3. Some sinners and I did pay attention to it. We didn't find much of her story to be of any use. Yeah. Okay. So it's probably 2 more levels? And it seemed that there was no boss for the part 2? So we're like very nearly done, it seems.
Huh. So this is gonna be.
자,
말뚝을 소재가 준비됐소?
출발함.
소재가 준비됐소?
단피가 떨어질 때군요.
Oh, I was not expecting this. The long parade, by the end of which lay beyond my sight, may have appeared like a real festival full of joy and celebration from a distance. People marching in rows, singing that knew no end. The tune of their music was so hopeful, so cheerful, that I almost felt myself compelled to join them and dance along to the carnival procession. If the parade in question wasn't full of shambling bloodbags and the terrified sobbing and pleading of its victims, that is. It should be... Oh, they actually have vocals. The beat of upbeat drums, without worries or concerns, here at the Grand Carnival of La Mancha, La Mancha. I'm not singing. What lies ahead? Aha! We've got a new guest. Yes, we begin so many guests today. Yeah, I wonder. Wonder why? What lies ahead, you ask? Well, it's Dulcinea, the beautiful, the lady of the parade. Ah, have you met any other fixers around? Brother, you still haven't learned to read the room. After all this time? Only two possibilities here. They're either blood-bagged and dancing with us here, or killed the blood-bags and made it to the front. So it sounds like we should keep moving to the front then. No, stay with us. Come on, stay with us and dance. Man, these people are just so fucking needy. It's like, dance with us, and then it's, spare my life. Jesus Christ. If you can't take the smoke, get out of the fucking fire.
대가리 딱 떼도.
Will I notice it? That's an ominous. Did the special? Oh, I've just noticed it. Clever. I think. I think I've noticed that there's actually 7 people here.
야, 아까는 좋았다.
Okay, that's still the same. It did take me a second.
딱 떼도.
Yeah, I will after this.
이런 건 몽둥이가 약이지. 그대로 두드려 패.
부족해 찾아잡지 않나. 겉에.
Rupture. Crimson Phoenix. Crimson Spring. Okay, so it's Rupture and Bleed? That's interesting. It says 5+ negative effects, but not 5+ different negative effects. Banana bolas. That goes hard. That's a hard. Yeah. You know. I can't believe she would lose a clash like that.
소리를 내놨어.
My sinners would never.
나를 조직에서 싸울 때도 눈에 바로 적을 다 밀어버리는 놈이 있었지. 하나 눕혔네. 이렇게 눕혀가다 보면 어느새 끝나는 게 싸움인 거지.
대가리 딱 떼도 당신은 몰라 터졌군요.
Okay, we actually killed someone with Mind Whip today. Okay, so she's definitely stronger than Hong Lu in absolute terms.
얘네들 기분이 좋아 보인다. 재밌는 거라도 봤어?
Because the LCB Hong Lu is not very strong.
딱 떼도 지금이다.
Oh, a serious skullbuster
처리.
into a 2 HP target. Yes, we've never been more back. Holy.
착각하지 마라. 해파 겉에.
Alright, 2 minutes. I think I can waste 2 minutes. Oh, Oh, what? Oh, it changes based on the day? That's fucked up.
탄피가 떨어질 때군요.
Pierce blunt beads.
파이팅이다.
불길 속으로.
으타! 뭐가 추워라.
이런 건 몽둥이가 약이지. 두드려패.
Oh, I didn't even check if it was a story node next. Oh, wow. Oh, wow, they really don't... They are really... Like... Fuck Ishmael. They are, Really? On Women's Month? You would do this on Women's Month? Absolutely unbelievable. I love claiming it's Women's Month even when it isn't. That's like my hobby.
당신은 몰라 터졌군요.
나서도록 할까?
대가리 딱 떼도
Because as you say, this is a magic bullet that never misses.
박살을 내놨어.
소란이 줄었네요. 아차!
주라니야. 죽도록 달릴 시간이다.
내 앞을 막을 자는 없어.
Man, why is the sanity like not great?
내 죄는 내가 알아서 처리한다.
다음은 어디요?
야, 쟤네
Oh god, there's a lot of them.
흐느적거리는데?
Okay.
전투에 임하겠습니다.
Hopefully Sinclair won't fucking corrode, but you know, him corroding would never be a problem. It would never cause problems.
물백이야.
Oh man, Otis is getting cooked.
뭐
이렇게 찾아섰지 않나. 거태.
Oh, this guy's dead. Alright, Heathcliff's up to 10 coffin.
듀라디아, 죽도록 달릴 시간이다.
Okay, so theoretically, if he wins this clash, he doesn't corrode.
전투에 임하겠습니다.
That's true. If they all die, they don't corrode. But it would be so funny.
착각하지 마라. 해.
Okay, we got more points.
내 놈들 덕분에 내가 강해진 게 아니다.
Okay, now we have
내가
enough.
강하기에 내 놈들을 휘두른 거지.
Oh, it's just a battle. Of the battles the sinners fought in their journey to the front of the parade. It's just a battle. And then maybe there's a story mode, but probably not.
세계를 세우라.
Um. Okay. So it's probably gonna be left. The rest is gonna be left for Tuesday then. It's Tuesday, ain't it?
아주 작살을 내놨어.
That is true. There is a dungeon. No, I'm not opening a box.
불길 속으로.
Like theoretically I could, but there's still several fights, right? I mean, I can do the dungeon and a few levels in one day.
떼어내주지. 이런 건 몽둥이가 약이지. 두드려 패. 듀라디아, 죽도록 달릴 시간이다.
Well, either way, I still have to spend in Kefalin to do the mid-boss.
저 새끼 팔다리 다 털렸는데 이제 뭐 어쩔 건데? 야, 아까는 좋았다.
대가리 딱 떼도
진짜 놓아주마.
Oh, what? Oh, he died to bleed, so I didn't get the no! Oh, my coffin! Gone!
으타! 더 먹어치워라.
Okay.
오, 니네들 기분이 좋아 보인다. 뭐 재밌는 거라도 봤어?
Heathcliff saying something.
목을 내놓고 있도록.
Oh, we're firing. Nice. It did basically nothing.
아니, 배워지지 않는 정도가 아니긴 한데.
기회인 것 같소.
Oh, that almost killed. I was not expecting that to actually go that far.
주라디야, 죽도록 달릴 시간이다.
대가리 딱 떼도
다 죽어라.
Damn, this Sinclair N-Corp is kind of goes crazy? Question mark? Kind of absolutely insane?
당연한 결과죠. 저는 선택받았으니까. 그렇겠죠?
Cassetti's filial impiety and the tragic nature of the lyric. Okay. This probably isn't the boss. I have no way of telling, but it looks like it's... Yeah. It's like... What? A couple more levels and then the dungeon. I mean, at the very least, if I don't finish the dungeon... Yeah, if I don't finish the dungeon on Tuesday, I can always finish it Thursday. So, at the very least next week, we are cooking on that. Yeah, hold on. Let me quickly... I'm skipping the identity story. I'm just doing this quickly. Alright. Yeah, but I just... For next chapter... Just for next chapter, I'm gonna use him. Right, 'cause he's gonna be required. Yeah, might as well. I don't think this one's that great. I don't give a shit. I don't care. It's from W Corp, the company that takes no L's except for every day. All right. Yeah. All right. Good night.